Today we are unboxing a porcelain figure. It's 160 years old. It's unusual. It's not a classical figure. It's not an artist. It's not a war hero. Not any kind of famous person. Let's see what the packaging reveals when we get into it. Let's cut in. Cutting the last place to be sealed. And we have paper. Not very much paper, and in fact this figure is covered in bubble wrap, and I will take this box away. Let's get into the bubble wrap. Okay. It's well packaged. This figure is made of porcelain, but it is relatively indestructible, so I will be very surprised to find it in any kind of broken state. Just see the head sticking through there. We found a way in. So it's wrapped around. I'm going to unwrap. And we have. Ta-da! This is Parian Ware, otherwise known as statutory porcelain. It's a form of porcelain. Wedgwood called it Carrara. It's hard paste porcelain in a biscuit unglazed state, highly vitrified. It's made to look like marble. That was the attraction of the figure to the Victorian middle classes. What I'm going to do is switch cameras so that we can look at this in close-up. Welcome to The Politician by James and Thomas Bevington, who were in business between 1870 and 1887. What was remarkable was that they were both under 35 when they worked together in this Parian Ware business. First of all, let me say it's dirty. It needs a good clean. You can see dirt or scuffing there on the back of the robe. These do wash off amazingly easily to become a nice bright white again. The statue is 160 years old, and let's take a close up. So it's a boy wearing some kind of gown and glasses, looking at a piece of paper or scroll. He's even wearing outsize shoes, or like a grown-up's shoes. If we were trying to identify this, we would normally look for some kind of indent on the back at the bottom, all we can see is a mould number 253. That's enough for me to tell me that that is by James and Thomas Bevington. This is a 10-inch model. I have seen a model with the mould 258 and 301, and also an 8.5-inch model with the number 351. So normally James and Thomas Bevington would have an indent J and TB at the bottom there. Model alongside, just the back, and I'm going to zoom on in. That is what you would normally see on a James and Thomas Bevington figure, the indent J and TB next to the mould number, which is here 130. So that's what normally I would look for. They created between them up to about 300 mould, slipcast moulds, where the hard paste porcelain mixture will have been poured in. If we look underneath, it's uneven. There is a hole there. It will be slightly hollow inside, as all slipcast ware is, but it's uneven. But this was popular. This was this new material, which was created, is disputed by who, whether it was W.T. Copeland, Spode, or Minton, both next door to each other in Stoke. It's not quite sure. It was about the 1840s, 1850s, where the sculptors liked real sculptors making big sculptures for public houses and parks, liked the idea of having mini sculptures that looked like their original designs. So they authorized the making of mini sculptures by potters in the potteries. What is unusual about this is that no other manufacturer made a comparable statue of a young boy pretending to be a politician and read a scroll. And the question in my mind is, bearing in mind the Victorians were very serious people, is this whimsical, or a noble young boy wanting to grow up to be a politician, or is it a little bit of a caricature of a 19th century politician? I think because there's nothing like it, it's more likely to be whimsical, to appeal to a certain type of audience that like the idea of young boys. You don't have to like young boys, but if you like this clip, I would be grateful if you click the like button, and do subscribe if you would like to be notified of future videos on antique ceramics. Thanks for watching.